This episode is brought to you by Kia's first 3-row all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with a 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute, and available reclining lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on biopic movies. I feel like I'm trying to think, have I talked on biopic movies before? I've done so many different episodes, I can't remember if I did or not. Show biopic. Hate, fame, nope. Not seeing it. Okay, so yeah, let's talk on biopic movies. Movies where it's based off of something that actually happened. Now, I have an issue with biopic movies because a lot of time when movies, TV shows, because I know there are some like biopic TV shows out there, but my thing is this. If you're gonna do the movie or TV show, it has to be based on the actual stuff that happened. Like when they speculate or when they change some things up, or there was a part that we don't really know, so we just added in some. How am I supposed to look at that movie as something that's, because there's so many different movies out there where, like, how they portrayed it, you don't really know if that happened or not. Like, especially where it's like movies that took place, like, back before cameras. And I know that there's like people that wrote books and all that stuff, but I'm like, okay, that I will have to say that will be the only source. So like, let's say for an example, okay, they're deciding on doing another Abraham Lincoln movie. It got to be based off of books that was written during that time about Abraham Lincoln. But I'm not going to go based off of some Abraham Lincoln enthusiast that was born in 1985. Fam, I'm saying, you mean to tell me you just looked at a $5 bill and was all like, I got to do a movie about Abraham Lincoln? But that's the thing, though, where it's like people do things like that. I'm like, okay, did this actually happen? Because if it's a bunch of stuff that's going on in the movie that actually happened, then okay, cool. But if it's like they show the moments leading up to some crazy event and we don't know if that really happened or not. Like, I get, like, with the conversations because, yeah, you don't really know. And it's like, honestly, you got to do a movie with conversations and stuff. My thing is this. If I know I'm going to be doing a movie about something, I'm like, yeah, I got to make sure that the conversations were accurate or at least similar to what they were talking on. But it has to be, like, an accurate conversation, and it can't just be, oh, well, let's just do something for the Hollywood effect. No, we gotta do something for a realistic effect, but no, even if it's like, okay, where it's like I can't really do a movie, but then it'll be a documentary and stuff, it wouldn't really be a movie and things. So I guess like I would do some sort of commentary, to figure those scenes out or something. But yeah, it's like I just think that when they do things that didn't really happen, how am I supposed to look at this movie as like, oh, it was now it's one thing if they say it was based on true events, then okay. But when they say things like, and I think that needs to be like the line of like, like, okay, you cross over in this line if you want the movie to be realistic, or you cross over in this line where it's like, okay, it's based on true events. So we don't really know what happened. We're just going on the eventful parts of whatever was going on. Okay, cool. But no, like when they say like based on a true story and they're doing a movie about, it'll be like somebody that's like no longer here with us. And I don't know why they want to do movies like that. But my thing is this: if there's ever a time where they make a movie on me, I'm like, no, you guys better do this mess while I'm alive or don't do it at all. Yeah, do documentaries, you know, talk on some stuff, but don't be in there adding things that's never happened. Because I feel like that they will, like, okay, so let's say for an example, I post a podcast episode or a tweet or whatever saying like, oh, I'm sad or something, I'm crying. Then they make like half the scenes in the movie of me crying, and it's like, fam, that was just that one day. What are you talking about? Why is this being so? Yeah, that's definitely another thing where it's like, if let's say if there's a because no, I remember they did that with Mike Tyson. There's this Hulu show where it's about him. Now, for those that don't know, Mike Tyson, he's alive, he's well. Why did they not go to him about doing this Hulu TV show? Why did they just take it upon themselves to just, you know, oh, we're gonna add whatever, do whatever, you know, and just go based off of what people have said about him, but not him directly? That to me, that don't make no sense. I do not get. And I'm like, that's something where, yeah, and I feel like, you know, something like that would happen to me, and I just do what Mike Tyson did. I'm like, I didn't co-sign on this biopic, so therefore whatever is being said or done in there, it's inaccurate. I'm like, I didn't co-sign on that. I didn't sign off for that to be, you know, a thing. So therefore I'm like, yeah, and I would like to believe that if a biopic ever is gonna, you know, happen about me, I'm gonna be behind that biopic, and I'm not gonna, you know, make it seem like that it was like, oh, you know, like it was like a warrior type story. No, it's going to be about my life. I'm like, because I feel like that if anybody's gonna tell a story about me, it has to be me. You know, like I'm the storyteller, I'm the one. So I'm like, it has to be about me. But it's like, I'm not gonna be in there adding things that ain't never happened. I'm like, if there's some stuff that I don't remember, then I'm like, okay, then we're gonna have to find something else. But I'm like, if the thing is this, if it gets to a point where it's like, you know, I can't remember a whole, like, let's say if I'm like an old man or something, then yeah, I'm like, okay, well, you know, let's just go based off of like videos that I made, tweets that I made, all that stuff, anything that, you know, that has the TMossBoss name connected with it, and then let's just go based off of that and things. But I have to watch that movie, you know. That's something where it's like, I gotta watch it, you know, if the actor don't look like me, or if I'm still young enough to, because I feel like right now I can play as high school me, and you know, me in my 20s and stuff. So yeah, I think if a biopic were to happen with me right now, all I really got to do is just shave my facial hair, and then that's it, you know. Like, that's the crazy thing about it. I'm like, I have really haven't changed that much. I have to say maybe I put on weight, but that will probably be the only inaccurate thing about me. But I've been skinny my whole life, so it's not like, you know, that's gonna be a major issue and stuff. Like, cause what I wear a lot of I would wear a lot of hoodies, so I think I would, you know, the summer scenes, I'm like, okay, yeah, you know, CGI animation and this make me lose what, about 10 pounds or something. But no, anyways, it's like, but some movies I can think of where, you know, you know, you didn't consult with the actual people that were behind it. The Tupac movie and the Straight Outta Compton movie. One movie in particular that I did like, and I was like, it honestly felt like I was sitting down and really watching the guy, but the American Sniper movie. And I felt like that they had to like consult with his wife for the American Sniper movie, because if not, then it's like, wow, you know, I'm gonna have a different outlook on that movie now. But anyways, I wonder, okay, Cass, is this his wife? I think this is his wife. Do they have like a thing where, I don't know if she was like a producer or anything, directed based on was involved in the making of the film, working with screenwriters she portrayed. Okay, so she did have like a say so in that movie, which is good. I like that. I like the fact that, you know, they actually consulted with her and had her, you know, be like hanging out with the screenwriter and stuff. Because yeah, it's like if they did that movie without, like, you know, her being involved, and it's like, fam, then how are you guys gonna, you know, really, because I think they went based off of the book too. But I think there was like some inaccurate things, because I know there's a website where they'll and that's, shout out to that website. I can't even think of the name of it, but they'll tell you the difference of like what actually happened and then what they did in the movie, because it was with the Tupac movie. I remember they because no, Jada Pinkett Smith, she even said that didn't happen. There was a couple of things that didn't happen in the movie, and I know the original guy that wanted to work on that movie, sadly he passed away, but there's just a scene that I did not agree with, because I'm like, why would you add that scene if you guys don't know if that had happened or not? That's just adding the scene, I feel like, just to disrespect Tupac's name. But there's three things. The one thing that it didn't get added, I'll talk on that last. But anyways, so one of the first few scenes in that movie was it was like a lot of different, but it was like, I guess, with Jada Pinkett Smith. So there was a scene where Tupac had took her out to a lake, wrote her a poem, and read it out to her and stuff. Jada Pinkett Smith said that never happened. She was like, I ain't never went to no lake and was read a poem by Tupac. So it's like, what are you talking about? Then there was another scene, like fast forward in his career, where he was, I believe that this is during the time when he was signed with Death Row Records, but she confronted him and was like telling him like, hey, you need to calm down, chill and stuff. She said that scene had never happened. So I'm thinking to myself like, fam, what else didn't happen in this movie? You know, what am I watching? Am I watching like a fictional Tupac movie or a non-fiction Tupac movie? I'm saying that don't even make no sense. Then there was the one scene, all right, so there was another scene in there too where it was like, it did happen, but how they portrayed it, it was like that's not how it had went. So it was obviously the ending of the movie when Tupac was, sadly shot and killed. But they had it where he just sat in the front seat and was getting shot. And from what I read, and from what even Suge Knight has said himself, that when Tupac was getting shot, he hurried up and jumped in the back seat of the car. In the movie, they just portrayed where he was just sitting there and, just getting shot and things. So there was that. Then that was another thing. Now, I know a cop, he did come out and say that, but they didn't portray that in the movie. They just showed where they, in the movie, they pulled them out of the car. And then they were like kind of standing over him and things. But no, I think this has happened. The cop, I think he was the responding officer. He said it happened. So he said he went up to Tupac's window, or the side of the car where Tupac was shot at. And he said that when he approached them, he said that Tupac had took like a deep breath and looked him in his face and said, "F you." I think he just said that, or he said something else, I don't know. But anyways, I think he did say something like, towards that cop and things. But yeah, they did portray it in a TV show. I do remember there was a TV show where they were talking on both Biggie and Tupac, and they did portray it in there. But yeah, in the movie for some reason they didn't and stuff. So. But no, okay, so this was the scene that they didn't add into the movie, and because I think somebody else had started working on the movie, and the other director, he ended up like passing it up and things. But so they wanted to add a scene in there when Tupac, while he was in prison, that he was assaulted in a particular way and things. I'm, not gonna say it, but they wanted to say that he was assaulted in a particular way. And I'm thinking to myself, like, so Tupac, he came out and said, like, before he had passed, he came out and said that if something like that would have happened to him, he wouldn't have been alive today. So that's why I'm like, I'm going to believe a man that's that it came from his mouth, like what he's saying, versus somebody that, like, if they didn't really know him, then it's like, okay, how do you know that something like, did he tell you personally? Because if he told you personally, then that's a different story. I feel like that he probably told you because he trusted you with that information. But for you to, like, publicize it in a movie, no, bruh, that ain't cool. That ain't cool with me. So that's why it's stuff like that where it's like, yeah, I say, when you're going to do a movie, either consult with the family or consult with the person if they're still here with us. But if they're not here with us, then yeah, consult with their friends and family and stuff that was actually there with them and talked with them, was, hanging with them and, seen them for the duration of their, time here and stuff. But yeah, it's like, it trips me out when they do stuff like that. And it's like, fam, that stuff ain't never happened and things. I'm trying to think of some other movies. I can't really think of no any other movies, but I just remember that Tupac movie. There was like the Straight Outta Compton movie, because there's like the one scene in there where they were saying that Eazy-E was jumped by Suge Knight and his boys. And so the thing is this. Now there was a friend of Eazy-E that said that never would have happened. Suge Knight was smart enough not to do some stuff like that. So that's why I'm like, okay, well that's kind of conflicting. Like they add that scene in the movie, and you would think that, and I don't know, like, if there was something that was said behind doors where, you know, that actually did happen, because I'm assuming that with Eazy-E, like, there, and so the members of NWA that were still alive, I'd imagine that it's like, you guys ain't gonna lie about stuff that didn't happen in this movie. You know, I know that there were some things that wasn't mentioned in the movie, but to add stuff in the movie, and it's like, bro, we're looking at you guys because this movie is about you. How is it? Nah, bro. So that's why I'm like, yeah, you know, I don't know who to really believe. Like, I don't know whether to believe the final members or, yeah, the remaining members of NWA, or Eazy-E's friends, because I'm like, yeah, that's conflicting. I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that and stuff. So yeah, that's on some stuff where I'm like, bro, what? Like, how is it that y'all just? I'm like, all right, if that's how that's gonna go, then that's how that's gonna go. But and then there's like, I know there's like been conspiracy theories. I'm like, that's a different, you know, story with that, because I know there's some scenes in like biopic movies where it's like, you know, it's kind of has like some unanswered questions, and people come up with their conspiracy theories and stuff. So yeah, it's like, you know, with biopic movies, like I've been saying, it's you gotta either consult with the person if they are still here with us, or you gotta consult with friends, family, and people that actually knew them and stuff. But if you ain't gonna do that, then fam, don't do no biopic movie. All right, so. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Follow me on all platforms at TMossBoss, and make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss for SeatGeek, Poggers, and Fatal Grips. I don't even know why I forgot about Fatal Grips, but yeah, Fatal Grips for a discount price on any purchases you make from those platforms. So anyways, and that being said, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.